If it doesn't challenge you, it will never change you. Have you been thinking about those words this week? Remember where they came from? They were the last words of the homily that Deacon Chuck preached last weekend. If it doesn't challenge you, it will never change you. This gospel is challenging. This gospel is challenging because no doubt there's something in our life that we need to change. And what a wonderful gospel to usher us into Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent, to make us introspect our lives, to look at those places that we need to work on, those things that we worry about, the things that cause us anxiety. Jesus mentions a few of them: eating, drinking, clothing. He tells the people of his own time, he tells us, don't worry about those things. God provides those daily needs for you, for us. But how often in our life that we do worry about our food, our drink, our clothing? How often we worry about shelter and all those basic necessities of life, which are just that, basic necessities. But we humans, especially we Americans, we tend to take those necessities to extremes, and we want more and more. That we blur the line between need and want. And if we're really honest with ourselves, most everything that we acquire are wants and not needs. And so this gospel challenges us to take a good look at our lives and how we are living. Are we living the gospel values, or are we living the world's values? This gospel is also challenging when we hear about serving a master. That's not something we in our culture are comfortable with, are we? Hearing that someone would have a master and someone would be a servant. But in Jesus' time, this was very prevalent. And he has a very poignant vision for us through this. For he says, you can only serve God with your whole heart, or you can choose to serve mammon, which is running around after the things of this world. Because you can't do both at the same time. If you're going to choose one as a master, then the other one you have chosen not to follow. He lays it out pretty straight and narrow for us. And so as we go about this week, may we ask the Holy Spirit to open up our minds, to open up our hearts, to have an honest look at ourselves and who we are serving in this life. Jesus says that the pagans run about looking for food, looking for drink, looking for clothing, that the pagans busy themselves about those basic necessities of life that they have turned into their master. That's not the way we Christians are supposed to live. Jesus says we have a choice. Serve God or serve ourselves. And if we make those possessions our master, then we're following the wrong path. We have a choice this day. We have a choice each and every day of our life. What choice will we make?